Well, here we are, day 5 of this experiment. Today is 6th of August. I've started like one day, there is no like much, Today is 6th of August, but this is the 5th day of this experiment. And yeah, actually, I'm in the same park in a different area, and I came here thinking about how hard it is to realize or to discern the difference between when you really need to do something, like based on like your inner intuition and what is right for you and what is good, or when it's something that is gonna, distract you or make you avoid certain feelings or whatever. So when coming here, I was like trying to discern these thoughts, but this is actually tricky because when you are in this loop of thoughts, whether you are like trying to be like gaining more clarity, gaining more certainty, there are people passing by, but I'm very proud that it doesn't affect me that much. Probably because I'm gaining more confidence, which is good, it's great. So I'll keep going. So I kept thinking, or this happened to me in the past many times, but this year I really made some decisions, and last year, every year really, but when you're really making life decisions, these thoughts or these loops of thoughts can become heavier, stronger in your mind. Like these loops, like they can make you overwhelmed, they can kind of impact even your life if you let them. But from my own experience, I would say that sometimes I find much more clarity when I'm in stillness, or when I am holding these thoughts but not getting involved in these thoughts at the same time. So holding the two different options, the two different perspectives, even though they are totally contrary, both in my mind, so maybe option A and option B, and option A, is not compatible with option B, so it would be like something like living or staying in a job, for example, or changing a city or staying in the current city. So things like that, that you can have both perspectives at the same time. You don't need clarity or certainty of what is your next step right away, but you can hold those things, and the longer you hold these two options or these two arguments, because each of these options will have probably the reasons why it's the best option, in your mind. So the more time, the longer, the more time, my English there. So the longer you hold these two opposite ideas or opposite options, or these two paths in your mind with their reasons, their pros, their cons, you can hold it all, like here, really, to be honest, without actioning. You are integrating all of this, and the more you can be in the present moment, the more you can be like in your body. What I mean by that is like to be like, when I'm recording this, and to be in flow with life. When I'm walking, I'm trying, you see these two options. I was coming here walking, like from the bus to this park, and I was observing in my mind the two options, A, B, A, B, A, B, and they were becoming louder because I was kind of getting involved in those thoughts, and my mind was trying to engage and kind of figure it out like a logical problem, and it's not working like that. Sometimes you experience the most clarity or the most certainty, or this inner knowing that option A is your path, when you are just present with all of these amalgama, with all of this, how can I explain this? Amalgama, I don't think it's a word. With all these loads of thoughts. The more you can hold them, or the longer you can hold them without really identifying with one or the other or trying to figure it out, just observe all of it. Observe, A, observe B, observe everything, but without getting like too attached with any of this. Oh my god, my arm is hurting. Oh, 1 second, guys. Okay. So yeah, I feel that's the word. Without attaching to any of these thoughts, just seeing them. The longer you can observe them, not seeing them like, visually, like the more you can hold them in your mind without getting attached to any of them, and actually trying to be content and at peace with some noise here. So actually being content, and I'm changing position here. I'm gonna put my bag here. So yeah, what I feel is like the longer you can hold these, let's not say opposite views, because yeah, there are options. The more you can hold these options, as they both have pros and cons, maybe it's a difficult decision for you to make. So the longer you can hold these two things, and its reasons, its pros and cons, and not only the longer, but also you need to hold them at peace with yourself. You need to be at peace with yourself, you need to be content, you need to be present, and as long as you do this, you'll find clarity at some point. I can guarantee you this 100%, because I made some strong decisions in my life already, and I've always experienced this pattern. I've always experienced so much noise in my head, like with options, all of the pros and cons. Imagine when you are advised to do this to-do list, or this list of pros and cons, logically it makes sense, but in your mind you don't need this analysis. You need to hold them like if they were like clouds in the sky, all these thoughts, and then eventually, as I say, the longer the better probably, and you'll find peace within yourself. So you are not holding them, forcing yourself to just observe them. No, you're going through life, going in flow with your daily tasks. For example, right now I'm recording this. I don't know what I'm gonna be deciding about these two decisions that I was thinking, but I am recording this here with you as much as I can to be present, It's not gonna be perfect, you're gonna keep having these loops every now and then, but now I'm gonna go home, and actually I'm quite tired and quite hungry, so I'm gonna make dinner, and while I'm making dinner I'm gonna try my best to be present. And this is the tactic to figure it out eventually, and to have this light bulb moment, because this is when clarity comes, when you are in stillness and you have all of the thoughts in here. If you try to figure out your way, like by the mind logics, figure out your way of these loops of thoughts, you are never gonna get out of these loops of thoughts. You're gonna get more involved, more engaged, and it's gonna be more overwhelming, So you cannot sort out this problem by becoming identified with the problem itself. So just step back, observe, be at peace as much as you can, like try to be present, coming back to the body, and you'll find clarity eventually. Trust me, I'm an engineer. And see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. This is going well. I don't know what you think, guys, but this is going well. See you tomorrow.